So I got Movie Studio by Sony because I tried to get Creative Suite Premiere, and I looked at it and I couldn't figure it out. So instead I'm gonna use this because it was like $40 instead of like $20 a month for ever. So I'm gonna try this and hopefully it works because I put the disc in and it wouldn't install anything on the computer. So now it's finished, and hopefully it created a shortcut, and yeah, it did. So I'm gonna open it up and see what happens. So this is day one of the Scrub Diaries. I'm Fresh Rye, and this is my vlog. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of cuts because I don't really have much to say right now. I actually got a ton, not really. So the plan is, it's very tentative. So the plan is, and it's very tentative, is to record myself every day, just talking about what strikes my fancy, which is what most vlogs are. So if you like that, you'll like this. Right now it's just an introduction, and there's probably something before this that talking about Movie Maker, or Movie Studio, I guess. I think it's a good way to just get my feelings out and just maybe not feel as lonely and pathetic. Also a good way to start editing stuff, because it's something. I have my hand in a great many pots, and well, here's just another one. I'm trying to do writing, trying to do drawing, and trying to do cooking, but that's not really turning out very well. But hopefully adding video editing and vlogging will make it better. Or worse. So day one, I just let's do this. Okay, so Catwoman. I kind of liked it. I mean, it was bad, and from when I was viewing it, it actually got okay to like bad. It got progressively bad. But you know what? It's still better than a lot of the stuff I watch. So there's that. I got some notes on it. Let's see here. The first thing I was thinking about it, and it's like a pharmaceutical company. Here's the plot. Basically, this artist works as an ad person for a pharmaceutical, not a pharmaceutical company, like a makeup company. And so she's making them, she's, sketching, doing ads, and then she accidentally finds out that the new product that they're making is like evil, or rather, it makes your skin like scar and tissue and gives you headaches and nausea and shit like that. And so that's pretty bad and evil. But I immediately thought it was like that Stephen King story, The Black Cat, where I wanted it to like the product was made from cats, so that the revenge would actually be like the revenge from the cats would make more sense. So it'd be like striking back against big makeup with Halle Berry, which probably should have been. That would have been a nice twist or a nice little thing. But so Halle Berry, she finds out that the stuff causes all this shit. Actually, she doesn't find this out for a while. She does find out. She finds out it does that, but then she dies, and what I assume was a giant sewage line, because like it could have been like the waste from whatever process makes the miracle cream, but it's a really big pipe and it just drains out into the sea. So if it's waste and it doesn't go to like a waste disposal thing, this could be Gotham, so they probably like have pretty lenient stuff for their disposal because it's corrupt. But it could have been poop. It was probably poop. They either didn't think it through or said, let's just make Halle Berry wade through shit. So she gets flushed out the pipe, and then the cat, this like Egyptian short hair, or Egyptian Mao or something like that, which I think was kind of like a pun when she took off her hair. Well, later in the movie, Halle Berry gets a haircut, or she gives herself an haircut, and it's like short. So I'm like, that's funny because it's like an Egyptian short hair. It's really stupid too, but whatever. Maybe that's just me, or maybe that's what they were going for. I don't know. The guy who directed this, Pitt of 1,000 Trials or 100 Trials, I don't know what he's done before or after this. Okay, he hasn't done much. I think he's more of a visual guy, visual effects guy. So he knows how to like do certain shots, but like he doesn't know how to like stage things, which you can kind of see with the fight scenes, because like it had like some somewhat decent computer imagery and effects to it, but it shifted too much to hide a lot of the shortcuts they made. So he just didn't do that. So Pitoff, what was I doing? What was I doing before this? Pitoff, yes. Pitoff, I don't know about him. He apparently also doesn't know how carnival games work, because like I think halfway through, Halle Berry and the detective Benjamin Brad, I think his name is, not his character's name. His name is Tom Lane, who's with a lot of fan theories think he's supposed to be Batman. Which kind of makes sense, like not in the way of, like his parents are dead, and they might have been dead. They never mention it, but he has that sexual tension between Halle Berry and him, like that kiss kiss slap slap sort of thing. If I'm gonna quote TV tropes, and or like loves my alter ego and stuff like that, or maybe just a gender swap version of Batman and someone else. I don't know. So when they go to why am I going off track with this, man? It's hard to stay on track. So Halle Berry and this is to tell how all of this just to tell how Pitoff doesn't know how to understand carnival games, because when they go to the carnival, they play milk jug, not milk jug, but like milk bottle throwing game. Like you have a bunch of milk bottles stacked up in like a triangle, and you throw a ball at it to make it fall over. Well, they were doing it one at a time. Like they were doing the top one and the bottom one, and they hit a guy, because it's funny, and they hit the bottom one. It's like, first of all, it's probably rigged. So either that was the most effective way, or they just didn't understand that you could have just hit the bottom of it, and the whole thing would have toppled over. So there's that. Let's see what else do I have in my notes. Oh yeah, some of the characters were kind of like likable. Like they're not all complete assholes. Like the detective's likable. Halle Berry, she's awkward and stuff like that. But like, I don't know, I liked her. And like Alex Borstein from Mad TV was in this as like the friend who was really like a sex addict or something, or like sexually hits on all the hot guys and stuff like that. And so there's this funny scene where we're first introduced to her character, and that first scene in the office with Hallie, where she's just standing by her cubicle, like just standing there talking to her, and then like 10 minutes later, there's the same shot. It's like the exact same shot of her in her red dress standing right over there. It's like they shot the first scene, and they said, well, we gotta bring Brad in, or Benjamin in, so they just shot that one without like changing any of the costumes or anything. So there's that. Also, why was it Patience? The character's name of Halle Berry is Patience Phillips, which I'm still trying to figure out why it was when Selena Kyle, or Selena Gomez Kyle, or whatever. I don't think that was the name of what's her face from Batman Returns when it was Michelle Pfeiffer. I think it was something else, because I only think Selena Kyle was in the movie wise was Anne Hathaway from Dark Knight Rises. So I'm not sure. That was just weird. And Joker scars. So anyway, so we find out this miracle product that's supposed to reverse the signs of aging actually makes you get scars if you stop using it, which is kind of bad. And really, I don't know how that works, but it works. So like it gives you like 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 gouging and seal like acne and like Joker scars, which I think maybe Christopher Nolan saw that and thought, I could probably put that with Keith Ledger and make $1 million or whatever much it made. So Halle Berry finds this out. She's like, oh shit, I need to stop this. So she goes to the boss, the big boss, George, what's his face? And I just like to call him Smart Boss because he's so smarmy. He sounds like Nigel Thornberry. I loved him. He was so good. It's like, what are you talking about? I didn't do this at all. Something like that. I'm not that good at it. If I put more effort into it, if I didn't stop watching it just 5 minutes ago, I would have probably put more effort into it. But so she goes, she confronts him, says, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, she doesn't say that because she seals his lips, or she grabs his tongue and goes, cat, got your tongue. Yeah, there are some cat puns in this movie, but there aren't that many. So, Halle Berry goes there. She confronts Mr. Benjamin Kropp, Mr. Tom Lane. I think it's Tom Lane. Tom Lane. So she confronts him, or the cop confronts Halle Berry, and they have this whole, the whole kiss, kiss, slap, slap thing. And she goes, hides away, and then she confronts, and she goes on a date with him again. On their third date. The first date was amazing. She catches him while he's like teaching a class of little kids, and they play basketball. The basketball scene is so funny because it's like the playground scene. It's sort of like the playground scene in Daredevil, the what's his name, Ben Affleck one, where they're just showing off their skills, and or Halle Berry showing off her skills. But it's so funny because like it's shot all fast motion, like blurring and stuff like that. So like they would show that she is an A, either really doing it, or B, it's a stunt double, or a combination of the two. And like there's a pretty gratuitous shot of her butt when she does it. When she's like dribbling, she's like backing up into the cop. Yeah. So that was the second date. That was the first date, I guess. Second date was at the carnival. Third date, they go to the sushi place, and it's like, I guess there's supposed to be this theme that now she was. This is something I'll talk about later when I have to go through the movie and all my other concerns with the character and stuff. But there's this scene where she's like, like she's like a cat, where she's like, very, very paying a lot of attention to the fish, like fucking around with them. Like she'd eat tuna and fish and stuff, being all cat-like because she's blessed by a cat. So, what else? So she goes there, and then they get caught in the rain, and they go back to her place. She gets caught in the rain. She's a cat, so she doesn't like rain. So she goes back to her place. Let's do this. I'm trying to see if I can get better lighting with this. So they go back to her place, and they have like a 3 second long cinemax sex scene where it's just like them undressed, and then it's Halle Berry alone in the bed. The cop goes to get a bottle of Dasani water. I know it's Dasani because of the bottle. It was marked that way. It was facing the camera. Both bottles were facing the camera. And he stumbles upon the little nail that she uses for her crime, or her fighting. Her crime-related activities that might be fighting and or stealing. She finds that, and then he takes a glass from her, she takes a glass from her table, and he uses that to match the lip print that he got on his cheek from Catwoman to Patience Phillips, which is Halle Berry's name in the movie. I think I mentioned that before. So, they match it, and they're like, oh shit, we gotta bring her in then. But before then, they also find a bag full of the jewelry that Halle Berry stole, and they put it in there. It has all the jewelry that Halle Berry stole from the store, and like the 30-minute mark. Like, this movie doesn't really take off with Catwoman, like being Catwoman, until like 30 minutes in, which is kind of what I'm saying about it being progressively bad. Like first act is pretty okay. Second act, like it's her being a cat-like and doing stuff, and the last third It's like her in the full-on famous chaps and bra and really fucking weird cat mask, and that's probably the worst part. That's what I'm saying. It's getting progressively worse. So, Halle Berry, uh, she writes on a piece of paper. They do some. I don't. It doesn't really matter how it gets there, but they do like a handwriting analysis, and it's pretty fucking clear that they're written by the same exact person. Maybe it was Halle Berry. Maybe it was a grip. Who knows? And so they say, well, this first writing, the S, curve of the S, that implies they're lonely, and the O implies that they're reaching out to someone. But the R on this one implies they're sassy, and they don't take shit from no one. It was like really like they were getting a lot of character details out of one little thing, and saying, well, this can't possibly be the same person. This is like two different people. That was so fucking hilarious. And so they arrest Halle Berry. And so they finally corner her. They arrest Halle Berry after she is blamed or framed for the murder of the big boss guy, Smarm guy, by what is it, Sharon Stone? Sharon Stone, yeah, who has been using the cream that's supposed to give you scars. You know, that's supposed to give you scars if you stop using it. But she's using it so much that her skin has become like marble. It's like unbreakable. Like she's like Tombstone from, I think it's like this Tombstone or like Luke Cage. She's actually like a villain in this movie. That's pretty good. Like if she was like, I don't know. There's another one. There's another like Batman animated villain where she was like Calendar. It's like, hold on. Yeah, it's Calendar Girl, and she's like a villain Batman who's like had a perfect face. And she's like, she thought only one small flaw was gonna be spoilers. Like one small flaw like destroyed her beauty, which is kind of like the same thing with Sharon Stone. Like she was very vain and had vanity and stuff like that. So it turns out she's the one who's like, she found out that this product causes scarring and, you know, gives you headaches and maybe kills you, who knows. So she's the one who killed the scientist who was going to had concerns about it. And then she kills her husband to frame, because, you know, he was a dick to her. You know, slept with other women and shit like that. And so she frames Halle Berry Catwoman with the murder. And by this point, they arrest her. They arrest Halle Berry as Halle Berry, who at this point she like hides from her like chap outfit into, strangely enough, a faded yellow tracksuit with two black stripes. So it's a Game of Death Kill Bill tracksuit. I don't know if that was like, hold on, one more brief interlude. Oh my god, Kill Bill was 1 year before this movie, so they actually took that from Kill Bill. So it's like, listen, Game of Death, so fucking popular, we gotta reference it too. If Tarantino can do it, Pitoff can do it. Or Pitiv, or whatever his name is. So they put Halle Berry in jail, and the cat that gave her life, which when we first see the cat, it's like, you know, it's in the credits, it's like, throughout history, it's been giving this fantastic ability to all these people, like Joan of Arc, and, I don't know, an African woman, like an African tribal woman, and apparently Michelle Pfeiffer too. That's what happened with Michelle Pfeiffer, I think. Okay, so the cat that we've seen all through this movie that gave the Egyptian short hair, Mur, as I call it, Mirror, or whatever, squeezes through the bars of the jail cell. So as Halle Berry goes, I think I can do that too, and so she does it. And I was thinking, I don't know if I've seen this before or something like that, but I thought like she does it like sideways, like Paper Mario style through the crack. I thought she was gonna do it like this, like Terminator 2, like just squeezing through the bar, like face press against it. But I guess I remembered it wrong. So she goes and sees that if she doesn't do this, millions of people, well, women, because you know men don't use beauty products. At least I don't. So if she doesn't do this beauty product will cause headaches and just make women ugly, and I don't think it's going to kill them, but really at this point she's just protecting women's vanity, not really their well-being. Well, some of their well-being, but it's mainly just their vanity, because it causes scars, it causes headaches and nausea, which is just like medication. FDA goes through that shit all the time. And then after that, it's just scarring. So why bother? Or getting marble-like skin. It's like a drug, so I guess like they're trying to get the long grift of it or something like that. Well, if it does give you marble-like skin from like continually using it, why not like refine it instead of like giving you the nausea or something like that? Like sell it to the military, like sell it to the military instead of people like rich people, or I guess I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. So she goes. She confronts Sharon Stone or Sally Stone or whatever her name is. I don't think I ever caught her name. Let me see if I got this one out. Also, why is there? Also, I was looking through it. I didn't get her name, but there's also a midnight launch for this. Like it's gonna be Halo 6 or something. And I didn't get that. Why have midnight launch for a beauty product? Like, you can't immediately use it, can you? I don't know. So, Sharon Stone, she and Catwoman, she had the big fight, the big cat fight, which is, poorly shot. Halle Berry kicks her ass a bunch. Catwoman wears like fuck and like kicks her and shit. And like with her granite skin or marble skin as she called it, she can't really feel it. Which doesn't really make sense later, but whatever. So, she doesn't do that. She does that. And she pushes her out the window. And like, before that, well, she pushes Halle Berry out the window. And like, she looks like she's done. She's been stabbed in the leg. She's bleeding, losing blood. And apparently, right before she goes out, he gets her second wind. She just, for some reason, is able to push herself out the frame of the window. And then leaps like 20 feet onto a ledge. And then gets her whip back. I don't know what happened to the whip, because apparently it disappeared. Because she doesn't use it in the fight with Sarandon, or not Susan Sarandon, Sharon Stone. And then she pushes, she kicks Sharon Stone out the window, and she tries to save her, but now she's, oh shit. Hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this up really quick. So she kicks her out the window. Sharon Stone sees that she's become a monster, like she's been scratched up, she's now granite faced, so she lets herself die. I guess, like she says, Halle Berry says goodbye to the detective character, and then she just leaves, and we wrap it all up, and it's very good, and we think, way to go. Even though, I don't know, that's just the end. So my thoughts, it was an okay movie. It doesn't deserve a lot of the bashing it gets. Like, it deserves some. Like, there's some really cheesy shit in there, like, which I don't understand, because, like, it's comic books. Like, they're cheesy to begin with. I think we're, like, too used to, like, things being taken with too much, like, I don't know. It's taken with too much salt. No, with no salt at all. It's, like, salt-free. Even though when something does happen, it's salty. When it doesn't happen the way we want. So, yeah. Also, I think Andrew WK was in the party scene, which totally makes sense. So, I'm going to close this out. This is the end of day 1 of the Scrub Diaries. I'm actually a lot more talkative right now, which makes sense for me. So, I'm going to upload this and probably get it up by tonight. Okay, bye.